And finally, this is the general program structure. So again, today I'll be focusing in the curriculum a bit more on software engineering. However, the general structure is the same. You will see it's a 3-year program. We're able to cram a little bit more in a part-time program because we're using mostly the full calendar year instead of just an academic year with a lot of summer holiday, winter holiday. You'll be studying for most of the year since most of our students are also working at the same time either way. So in the first year of study, you're really doing the basics in terms of software programming. Then you'll go in the second year into your specialization. And then in your third, we'll be covering the business skills such as agile working, agile methodologies, but also consultancy skills, working with clients, pitching to clients. And then you'll be doing your final graduation project where you put all that learning into practice. And then, of course, report and present back to the examination committee. So looking at this in a little bit more detail, you can here see the different modules that are covered in each year. And you should know that within, of course, each year you will have short breaks. So you have breaks between the years, but also breaks between the modules. So there will be short breaks that are planned within your program. In your calendar. So during year 1, we're really looking at the intro to programming, intro to coding. You'll be learning a few programming languages during the year as well. Then you're going into specific programming languages or specific tools for your specialization and do a technical larger project in year 2. Before moving on to year 3, where you're really focusing, as I said, on those business skills. Here, don't get confused that freelancing means that you necessarily will be educated to be a freelancer, because you certainly need those skills of connecting with, understanding stakeholders, also if you're working in-house in a company. As I said earlier, this is something we hear every time from talking to our partners in the field, how important it is to be able to translate your tech knowledge to someone who might not be so technical. So for example, maybe you are working on different models, different algorithms, and you actually need to get the budget or the time approval from executives in your company or leadership. You certainly must be able to explain the AI, for example, or explain the algorithm in a way that a non-techie could understand as well. So this really goes into these communication, these presentation, these negotiation skills as a professional. And then finally, during your final project, you will be working on an end-to-end project, either within your own organization. So if you're already working, you are more than welcome to do it with your current employer, or you could be doing something independent. So this could mean that you're doing something completely of your own design. If there's something like a passion project that you really want to work on, in that case, of course, you are going to be working with a mentor throughout your graduation project, and you will have to have it approved by the mentor in terms of complexity, etc. Or we will also have a selection of projects that are brought by our partners. These would be mostly partners in the Netherlands, but this would be a competitive kind of selection for the projects that are brought by the partners. So I'm afraid that would not be something that is always possible for every student in the program. So you have quite some flexibility in terms of what that final project will look like. And then, of course, afterwards, you'll have to write a detailed report and also present it in front of an examination committee.